Jack jumped over to the candlestick. Still September 13th.
Don't have a pipe or paper or anything.
No, it works.
It's decent. It's shaped, but it's
No, super thank you. I haven't had weed in a few. So this should do me pretty well, actually. Well, I'm not trying to be a super dick, but like some Air Force kid gets gunned down in front of a liquor store or a gas station.
What?
Well, the story that I keep getting is that it's somebody with an AK-47. So if you know of anybody who's bragging about an AK-47,
I don't.
I'd love to meet this individual.
Non-stop titles. I'm not talking about you, but them. But,
if it wasn't so hot up on top of that hill, I didn't mind you going over to my.
Anyone up there?
There's someone under that tree.
Right now?
Ed and
The
whoever.
tree right here? Oh.
If that's Mariah, I wouldn't really see Ed going after Mariah, but.
Yeah, they've been together for a long time.
I just walked over there and I saw girls' black socks and 69 action. I'm like, oh shit. I'm not trying to be a pervert, but. At the same time, this riverbed seems to have been turned into a rape alley, so. And everywhere I go.
But it's definitely the town.
Everywhere I go, I'm getting glared at.
I think it's more like houses with basements.
Yeah.
Secret rooms.
K Street, I've heard of that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre all over again. But
because, like, I've been out here. I don't see it out there. You would see more.
Well, have you been to that hole that's over there?
No.
There's like a 15-foot spiral hole that I've been investigating a few times. It's just catty corner that way, right and down. I thought one of your old Mexican buddies was living at that camp.
Or where the landscape just goes up and down.
It's like right where those two giant metal pipes are. Those two big metal tubes, down. When I first investigated it, there was this giant-ass blanket hanging of a white tiger, which I was really pissed off about, and then a 15-foot hole that spirals down.
Yeah, that used to be the grub coat, some kind of plant. So there's definitely, that was like the drainage or something. I don't know what it was, but those pipes and all that was part of the old factory that was there.
Well, I'm talking about the hole, because there's nothing but ropes and a blanket down there, so you tell me what they were doing.
I don't know. Someone slept there.
That's what I was hoping on.
Screaming, which we have heard before. I don't know.
Well,
there's definitely something that went on with that area.
Gaslighting or not, I can't sit here with a stick. I heard
Someone
about
got hit in the head.
I think I know who.
They weren't dead. I think you saw something that was
yeah, one of my I don't care.
Okay.
I've been up front with everybody. I don't care about drugs. I don't care about you stealing. I don't care about none of that. But when a girl gets dragged off a bike trail, kicking and screaming, I'm killing everybody. I've been up front about that the whole damn time.
Okay. If there's something you didn't want. Because, I mean, deaths were good, you know? They were trying to kill someone for talking. I think, or for knowing someone.
That's what I was so pissed about. All the swine down in the riverbed, because acting like tough guys until I come walking around asking who the fuck's the tough guy then, and everybody's just giving me wide-eyed, shaky, cow-mouth fucking looks.
They're just, telling stories to girls.
And then you got that girl over there, just belligerently ripping off my Facebook. But, I mean, it's like, I can't get mad at a bunch of girls. What the hell, man? That one day that I did swing at your guys' camp, I'm not hiding the fact that there was a whistle blowing and the word rape got called. I ain't got no choice but to crunch down in there.
If someone, takes the last cookie on the tray, it's rape. He's one of those people. I swear on my life. Anyway, we all have it.
So I'm not trying to go, But anyway.
Well, there.
There it is. Kind of hard to open a can of tuna without one of these. I don't know. Like at first, I didn't know what happened at the gas station, and then I saw the pictures of that kid at the memorial. He seemed like a big, happy, goofy knucklehead kid. Freaking.
Ooh. Oh my god. I don't even know. I gotta go to DMV. And the housing place to drop paperwork. What the hell?
Well, it's fucking hot as hell. Like, I'm not trying to be on top of that hill anymore, so don't go rip all my stuff down. I'm trying to find another spot.
You're fine. Up there, it's not that free, I think.
Yeah, I know, because put it on blast, that's where I'm living, and now all of a sudden there's a bunch of action hanging on over there. Yeah, I didn't see Mariah take off, so I'm wondering if that is Mariah up there. Probably, actually.
No, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just saying.
No, I wouldn't mind. Look at that.
That I may have accidentally lost for you when I was trying to. Here. You have one of them.
Well, I've got one question for you that I've never.
It's what?
It's back when and don't get weird or offended because I don't really care, but back when I was down in the riverbed and I came out of my backyard and you were like going through my camp and taking all of my backpacks out, and you looked at me and you said, I thought you were dead. But the way you said it was actually kind of sincere. Like, you actually thought I was dead. So who was telling you I was dead? I mean, if it's Swayze, just say it.
No one said anything. I just hadn't seen you. And I didn't think that I just didn't think about you getting arrested, I guess. And like, you just disappeared. Everything was left like you were there, and then just to not like say goodbye or pack up your stuff or anything. It was like, you know. And you're the only person, like, when I would come here, I could go to sleep and like rest, and it was the only place that I felt safe at, really. So all the bullshit up here.
If you don't mind me trying to be a little logical, it's when I go into Starbucks and every woman is practically spitting at the ground, glaring at me. And then I keep finding out that there's some guy out here messing chicks over, and I can't find this tough guy. So
the one out here is doing that is Rufus.
If it's Rufus,
that old man.
Why are they spitting down at the ground at some skinny white boy?
Well, because these expert stoner girls do him for jokes. That's why they're confusing. You know. And they all said, oh, he's raping me. And they got caught by their boyfriends. But they weren't really raped. Okay. He wasn't raping me, but he was assaulting me and then stalking me this whole time. The predator, and it was disgusting.
Well, I'm getting like freaking bacon hot dehydrated out here, so I gotta.
I'm about to go to town and get some water.
About to go to Big Gulp.
There's nowhere up in. No more shade up there at all?
No. Well, only on the cliff that it's too slanted. You'd have to do a major construction to get under the trees.
You're gonna have to make a little deck.
The only reason why I like that hill is because those houses over there can see me coming and going, so it squashes some rumor. But
oh, well, we don't really want them seeing us coming and going. But if it's just you and
Caltrans knows you guys are here.
I know.
They're out here.
People in the houses that paid a lot of money for their view don't want to see. As long as you're not bringing trash, you're not like Mariah, the people that were here before.
No, I noticed.
You need to see them.
And that's another thing. There was these two Asian girls in front of a smoothie shop that looked at me and smiled and says, "That's the guy that lives in the trash pile." I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I don't mean to put it on blast, but there's been tweakers down there piling up trash for decades, and all of a sudden it's the film school guy? Like, come on, man. But I'm not trying to be a rat. It's just when I've got this much bullshit coming in my direction, it's time to go ahead and just start stomping some shit out, and people want to call me an asshole for it. It's like, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Yeah. You're doing
That's the problem with being a swordsman these days.
I
Everybody.
just don't like that you're hitting with Trent, and I don't like her lying to me about the
Mhm.
nature of whatever you and her, what she's telling me one thing and acting different when you're here and saying another view, you know.
I know all about it.
The one that's different.
She acts all polite, and then she goes straight up alpha girl, tough girl shit, and then she goes back to being polite.
And then crazy girl, and then church girl, and yeah. I don't even know. I do care about her a lot, so I don't know. I just need to know. I need to get my own partner. And just not let her, whatever she says, affect my actions. Because clearly,
What do you got?
I don't know what she's got going on. Oh, yeah, not over here.
Hey, look at that. How old is this?
A couple days. It's fully cooked though, because it hasn't been sitting in the sun or anything. I don't know. But, no.
Just
They're
regular
like,
potatoes.
yeah,
Damn,
they're
that's
like,
heavy.
I know, but I think they have like better than the ones in the box.
Tabasco. I'll take that because that's just cool. Well, again, I'm not trying to be a complete prick and just like stomp on everybody's good day, but again, I'm good on that. It's just when I'm getting this much flack and this much talk, it's time to go ahead and start asking questions. Like I ain't got no choice.
Yeah, I understand, and thank you for still being a friend.
Now, who's living at the bottom of this trail down here? Just so I can stop going down there.
Jeff Monroe. Got red hair and his blonde girlfriend, and
Her name's Carrie?
a lot if you hear them screaming.
Yeah, all the
They
time,
both
yeah.
cheat on each other, they both fight about it, they both whatever, but they live together, they're together, and they live down there.
So I'm not trying to just
actually,
be a prick stomping in people's homeless camps, but
no, he's a good guy though. Like if shit hits the fan, he doesn't back down. He's the one that got Rufus, came up with a knife and kicked him in the face and got him out of my tent. And he was like trying to.
So who went running off down there?
Huh?
I went belligerent crazy one day. I'll admit I got a little drunk one night and woke up in the morning hungover. Went stomping down that hill that way to try to find out what the fuck was going on down there, and everybody took off like cockroaches.
Oh, it's probably them.
So you're saying this dude's a stand-up guy? I don't see a stand-up guy taking off.
Well, he probably didn't know what was coming at him. You know?
Nobody knows what's coming at him when it's fucking me.
When you hear you coming through the woods like that, and it's like,
I don't call myself a tiger dragon
if
for
they're
nothing.
in bed, you know. I mean, I don't know. I might.
It was a whole group of them. They were up to
Who
something.
knows? They're actual, I think, tourists now that come down here.
Thought I heard a little 22 pistol pop off twice,
Oh,
and
you
then
did.
Ed said
5
something
times.
along the fact of, that's who you thought had a backbone?
Nick Lopez.
Was that Nick? I don't want to say names, but
Yeah,
it sounded like him.
He had and he shot it off 5 times in a row, just like that.
At who?
No one, just after came up here to talk to us for a few minutes for that.
That's who you thought had a backbone, is the words I heard. But and that's actually why I've stayed away from weed a little bit, because weed makes me a bit docile and calm. And
yeah,
right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I'm doing everything in the daylight now. I ain't trying to go around at night, like, you know. Fucking hot. It's supposed to be like close to 90 degrees today.
Yeah, when is summer gonna be over? This is bullshit.
Yeah, it's gotten hotter at the end of summer than it was during summer. What the fuck's that all about? Alright, so last question, so I don't sound like a fucking investigator or anything. There was some dude named Joe or something, kind of like big ogre type. I mean, though this is how he was talking to me, though. Me. That's his face. So I don't, like, I wasn't trying to, like, ask him intelligent questions.
No.
But he slipped. When I asked him where Swayze was, he said he saw Swayze on this hill all the time. And then when I asked him that question again, he says, I don't see Swayze. I don't know what you're talking about. So is Swayze coming up on this hill?
I haven't seen him here. I haven't seen him since last year, except when I ran into him down by the college. He doesn't leave his tent. He has a chick go get all his stuff.
I know all about that, but when I went over to that college and started asking questions, everybody was just making it seem like some polite guy. He's all right. Here's it is. When people from my film school came looking for me, do you remember Tim Cully?
Yeah.
He was a little shorter than me.
I never met him, but he's the one that died.
Right. From a distance, he could have played me a little bit.
Okay.
So I know this sounds a little outlandish, but I think what was going on is my people from film school thought Tim Cully was me being a bitch to Mike Swayze.
Well, why would that make Mike Swayze be walking around here?
Because I was the big-ass tiger from Burbank that nobody would fuck with while I was in Burbank. And so to come out here and hear that there's somebody bitching me around was a little awkward.
Mm.
So I think Tim was pretending to be me to lure people from my film school days out here. And then Mike Swayze was getting to act like a tough guy because all these G's and homies and stuff were letting him act like a tough guy because it was working.
Mm.
But no matter how many people I beat up, no matter how many times I went to jail, it was just asinine, belligerent bullshit, thumbing their nose at me, talking about how I don't have grit and shit like that. So I didn't know if it was some kind of like haze or... I don't know. What's ticking me off right now is two things. One is that 94-year-old man that got found dead in the riverbed, and this 22-year-old Air Force kid.
Who's the 22-year-old Air Force kid?
Flat out, there was some 22-year-old Air Force kid on leave from Germany, shot 5 times with an AK-47 in front of that gas station.
Okay?
Conserve fuel, that new green one.
When was that?
Just a few days ago. The memorial's still up there. It was this big black kid, looking goofy as fuck. Big, dumb, happy kid. So why the fuck they were... Why they would go after that guy. Unless it was just some kind of like gang initiation. I'm good. But somebody said it was an AK-47. So if you know anybody who's bragging about an AK-47 or flashes one, you come get me, alright? Because that's war. You ain't gonna gun down a fucking veteran at a gas station. I'm standing here with a stick saying, come get me. And they're gonna bitch out on me and go shoot some kid? Fuck that. Enough of sounding like a tough guy in the freaking shadows. Fucking dehydrating here. About to go get a big gulp.
Yeah. Oh, 7-Eleven? Or Circle K?
Oh, Circle K. The only thing I find awkward about the gas station incident is I'm pretty sure I would have heard an AK-47 barking, so...
You would think.
Oh, so I heard that 22 pistol pop off.
Yeah. You want this or no?
Yeah, might as well.
That's good for you.
Now I gotta go talk to Pastor Brian. Well, something tells me I'm gonna get nothing but lies from that guy, too. Wiggle apologized to Ed for disturbing his meal. But I ain't trying to be a pervert, so.
Yeah, you didn't mean to disrupt your meal.
It's just, I put on blast that I was living under that tree. And then as soon as I move away from it, that's when traffic starts going to that tree. So it's like, fuck, man. All right. Anywho, I guess that's enough out of me. I gotta get something to drink. Whew.